Hi, Linda Marico. We're doing this from my home office today, which is fun. Have my Philly shirt on, so get a little bit of a different point of view here today. We're going to be working on the wood element, and the wood element is associated with the liver gallbladder and the aspect of personality that relates to this is called the Hun. It's about our volition, how we move in life. The wood element, its time of year is spring. It's rising young. Everything is rising. It's coming to life. It's just, everything is just coming together. So it's really the Hun is about how we move in relationship to our own inner world, how we move in relationship to things around us. It's our karmic momentum. It's just the way we do things. So, for some of us, some people may have parts of them that keep them from moving when they feel inclined. Other people may have parts that move too quickly. And the Hun is really those volition formations. The healing sound we're going to do today is about anger. Anger is a rising of energy in the body, and it rises because there's an obstacle. Something I want to create is there's an obstacle there. I can't do it right now with being at home with the quarantining and everything and social distancing for the coronavirus. I've got a lot of obstacles to things that I want to be doing. And we're beginning to see that rising energy and that frustration in people. This week, all the protests are popping out, and people are feeling that wanting to move around this whole situation. So it's a natural reaction, rising energy. The liver meridian is very interesting to me. It runs deep up the center of the legs. It runs through the sexual organs and up to the eyes. That tells us something. It's the seat of our creativity. It's where we create and then visualize. You know, there's a saying in martial arts that you cannot move to where you're not looking. So, you know, you ever notice you're driving your car, you look down to turn the radio and you steer the car that way. We're taught when we're driving that if you're getting into an accident, not to look at what you're going to hit, but to look at where you want to go. Because where we look is where the body will move. It's just, so we can't look this way and expect to be moving that way. What's cool about that whole connection of the liver meridian running up from the feet, up through the sexual organs, up to the eyes, I think is really cool because it shows how that very deep creative energy just comes up to the eyes so we can move towards it or towards creating it. The gallbladder is the yang organ. The hollow organ runs down the sides of the head, the shoulders, the sides of the body, the hips, legs. And that's really about how we move from side to side, how we get around things. And bladder in the water element was really a lot about how we move straight in and straight out. Remember, it was the fear factor, the feet don't fail me now thing. So this is more about how we move from side to side. So the emotion that anger is a label for a feeling of rising energy in the body. The energy rises to the hands, the voice, and to the eyes. There's an obstacle, and I need to move around it, remove it, change it, do something to it. So in our culture, particularly for women, there are many, as human beings, we carry many types of burdening beliefs. And one of the types is is called a legacy burden. And a legacy burden is a burden that we carry that isn't necessarily created from our own personal life experience, a particular trauma, say, as it is what our culture has taught us. So for women, many, many women, anger is not something you're supposed to feel. And it's not just women. I'm a member of the Tibetan Buddhist Center, and I see many people that have a lot of judgment around, and it's not their fault, don't misunderstand me, but carry a burden about, I shouldn't feel angry. And what we feel is only energy responding to an object. We're not responsible for that. We can change it. We can begin. The feelings arise from these beliefs, and then our actions are a result of the feelings. We can use those feelings as trailheads and find our beliefs that may be burdensome to us and how we want to be. But it's just a feeling. It's how we act on it that's going to count for something. And so just there, to be able to let go of the judgment may be difficult to do. There also could be that belief that if I'm present with that it's going to be overwhelming. I'm just going to be so blown away by anger. I'm going to kill somebody. Something bad is going to happen. So there's a lot of reasons that I may not be comfortable with feeling that rising chi. Unfortunately, that rising chi has so much to do with my creativity, my ability to change what's not working for me. So it's very important to be able to try to move this energy through and cultivate it. So this healing sound is a wonderful way to help bring that energy up and out. When we are trying to not have that feeling of rising energy, I lock up my jaw, I lock up my eyes, I lock up my arms. If I'm not feeling it, I'm not pissed at nothing. So we get that kind of demeanor. So the healing sound helps move that energy so we can begin to explore our what's behind that. What part of us is not comfortable with that rising energy? And be able to begin to explore what beliefs it carries around that energy. So the first step is being able to be present with that rising energy. Be present with what is going on for us in the moment. So the healing sound, the fingers that we're going to hold is pretty interesting in this one. The points that I like to hold to help activate this whole process, I hold the thumb to the index and the ring finger, and weirdly enough, this is what it looks like. And in a way, I kind of like that, because now all these times I got so offended by people doing this, I didn't realize they were just practicing Qigong. And so see, now we have that. So I want you to take a deep, deep breath. Inhale. The liver is on the right side, very, very large organ on very thin people. When I'm doing body work, I can actually feel it. Breathe in and out. The color is green. New spring grass green. Connect with the liver. Connect with any feeling you might have of rising energy, of anger. Anger's a big word. Frustration, annoyed, rage, and even guilt, which is anger kind of turned inward. Connect with any part of you that's carrying those feelings. They don't have to be there for this to work. And I'll demonstrate one of the sounds. The sound is the lips are puckered, the tongue is curled, and it sounds like it's that kind of sound. To me, it sounds like letting the air out of a balloon or a steam pipe. So let's hold our fingers, index and ring. You can put your hands to your liver. And remember the healing sound. 3 of them. Inhale, sound, inhale, sound, inhale, sound. Connect to any part of you that feels angry or any shade of anger. Inhale. Come back to a regular breath and check in now. Check in with what you are feeling. Check in with your body. Things that holding tension in these areas can create anything from migraines, TMJ, ringing in the ears, just some neck tension, of course, that goes without saying. So many things. Even an overall rigidity in the body. So there you go. That's the healing sound, one of my favorites. And I will continue. We'll do the last 2 healing sounds, and then we'll do a final healing sound blog where I'll demonstrate using all of the healing blogs together. So stay well, stay happy, and when you're feeling any movement of energy in the body, allow yourself to use the healing sounds. Move it through. Stay well.